Okay. I get it. You want a comparison between the Red Komodo 6K and the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 6K, which we can now make happen because on this very special occasion we have Chicago cinematographer Jesse Schroeder here, who is proud owner of the BMPCC 6K.
Pocket 6K.
We're gonna talk about these two cameras in this video and compare them very unscientifically. Exciting. Like most camera reviews or comparisons, it's more often than not.
Depends on how you use the camera.
Yeah, it depends on how you use the camera, and it's often more often apples versus oranges. We will just have some fun with it, right? Let's jump right into a footage sequence which we mix up these two cameras, and you're gonna guess in the comments below which one's the apple and which one's the orange. This doesn't mean anything right now.
Don't let it sway your opinion.
Yeah, maybe not. And then we will tell you what it is and talk way more about these two cameras just right after this. See you in a second. The moment that you've been all waiting for, the big reveal of which one's the orange and which one's the apple. You ready?
Yeah,
On three?
ready.
Okay, Jesse. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god! So,
Was that surprising?
did you guess it right? I'm surprised. Both awesome. But did you guess what the Wiener camera is? Did you guess the Wiener camera?
What could it be?
What could it be? Well, I tell you, it's the GoPro Hero 8. Alright, so this is what we're gonna do today. We've already seen in the intro sequence a run and gun scenario which is akin to my style of filmmaking. Now we're gonna talk about specs because that's what you do in this kind of video, and then
We're gonna take both of these cameras and we're gonna go up to my studio. I usually work as a cinematographer, which means I'm carrying out the vision of a director. And so we're gonna play with some artificial light and see what these cameras work like or look like in a working scenario on set.
But first, Specs Banter! Alright, so before we get into this Specs Banter, a quick disclaimer, Jesse.
This is literally just for fun. I'm just gonna break down kind of the specs. At the end of the day, these are just tools. They're data collection devices with a sensor on it that's capturing light. Your story comes first, and then the gear. Disclaimer.
And please also keep it civil in the comments. We know
Please
that
be
there's
nice.
a lot of passion behind both cameras, depending on which one you own.
Yeah,
but
understand
both
there's
are,
a lot of fanboys out there.
you
so
know,
just keep
I
it
heard
civil.
about that too.
It's just cameras.
Just
gear.
cameras, just gear. All right, Jesse.
Let's
Start with the
get
basics.
into this.
What's your resolution?
6K.
Same. It's in the name.
All right, what's your maximum resolution?
6K.
No,
We just talked
we
about.
just got over that. What's your highest frame rate you can go to?
40 and
40 frames
Yeah.
full sensor. I can
Yeah.
do 50 frames full sensor.
wow.
How about sensor readout? Mine
No.
has a rolling shutter.
Global shutter. And I think that's one of the biggest differences.
Huge difference.
Frankly, codecs.
Mine can do B-RAW in about 6 different flavors of RAW, 12-bit, and can do 4 different flavors of ProRes 10-bit.
Cool. Can it do simultaneous recording?
I just cannot do simultaneous recording.
Mine neither, but I can shoot Redcode RAW in 3 flavors so far, LQ, MQ, and HQ, and 2 flavors of ProRes.
And neither can record 6K in ProRes. They're
Only 4K.
4K.
Yeah. How much is your camera?
$2,000. How much does your camera cost?
Maybe we should not start with that.
Yeah, maybe not.
What kind of mount do you have?
I have an EF mount, which
Good.
can be converted to a PL mount.
Wow, I have a RF mount,
Cool.
which can be converted to an EF mount.
Right, but that's
or
another
PL
thing.
mount.
But that's another thing you have to buy.
Yeah, but do you have NDs?
No, I don't have NDs.
Me neither.
No, that's another thing that you have to buy.
But I can put it in my adapter, and then I have it
right, I
basically
could
built.
probably buy that too. No, actually, I can't. Cool. What kind of media does your camera shoot on?
CFast 2.0.
Same, literally the same, exact same.
Okay.
All right. How about power?
It runs off BP batteries straight in. One battery, a 955, BP 955, gives you 1.5 hours. How about
Cool.
you?
Mine internally takes in Canon LPE6 that lasts about a whopping 40 minutes. Not great.
Ouch.
What kind of audio options do you have?
I have a beautiful microphone jack.
A little 1/8" microphone jack that you use for your iPhone.
3.5 millimeters.
Yeah, I have XLR with phantom power and line and mic and stereo.
It's a mini XLR though.
Mini XLR, but it's still
How about buttons? I
Bunch of
have
buttons.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buttons and a record button. And buttons to eject the batteries.
great. I've got buttons for both ISO, shutter, white balance, 3 custom function buttons, plus a high frame rate button. Changing from high frame rate to one button.
Plus
One
2
button.
silly record buttons. Like one here and right there. What's the point?
What's the point of this?
Put it somewhere else. Put it somewhere.
Put it right here, please.
Yeah, thank you. Next time. What's your color depth?
12 bit with RAW and then 10 bit for ProRes.
Huh, 16-bit. And you know what that goes with? Very, very nicely?
What does that go nicely with?
The 16 stops of dynamic range.
It's pretty nice. I get about 13 stops. What about autofocus?
Yeah, how is your autofocus?
Absolute trash.
Well,
But
I mean,
I only manual focus.
right, like those are cinema cameras. But this camera has an autofocus and it's continuous as well. So that's dope.
Oh, forgot. What kind of media does your camera record to?
We already said that.
I know, but I can also record to USB-C.
Ah, that's why you
which are
brought it up again?
Much cheaper.
That's why you brought it up
We
again?
can-
You just
you
totally
can-
forgot
you can-
about
you can-
that?
You can reorder that.
No, I won't reorder that. I will put this very much to the end because you forgot about that.
I
Because
did forget about that. Yeah.
you don't use it, do it because
I never use it. I never
see
use the
exactly
USB-C
because
drives.
it may fall out real easily. Well, again, like these are two very, very capable cameras. It really depends on what you do with it and you know like what your needs are. I started my first cinema camera was the Blackmagic Pocket cinema camera.
The original Pocket.
No,
Yeah.
it was not. Oh, it was not called Cine Pocket. It was like Blackmagic cinema camera.
Oh, it was a big,
Let me
it was
get
a
it.
big blocky one.
Let me get it.
About to take a trip down memory lane here.
Here we go.
Oh my God, I remember
That
this
one.
thing. Wow.
Yeah.
This is an oldie.
The first compact digital film camera with 13 stops of dynamic range, 2.5K sensor, SSD recorder.
Funny thing is, this was actually a groundbreaking camera for the time.
Yeah.
But it was like it only had an internal battery and it was
Oh my god, yeah.
It was oh my gosh.
Here we go.
It was so clunky. Look at this thing.
Flashback. It's so big.
Flashback. Oh my gosh. Records to SSDs with ProRes at very high dynamic range,
It
but
has a record button. as
but
well.
again, workflow.
Nostalgic.
The workflow is terrible on this thing.
All right. Well, with that, let's go over to your studio.
Yeah, let's go to the studio and
And-
let's light with some RGB lights and some haze.
Woo! How does it go back in?
How does it go back in there?
Dope, right? I really love the energy that Jesse created in this piece, and I'm also thoroughly impressed by the Pocket 6K, the image that's coming out of it. And while yes, this camera has its flaws and shortcomings, which one doesn't? The image that it produces looks really, really good, and especially for $2,000, I don't think there's any other camera that really challenges it for its value. And so it makes it a very good entry-level camera for people who are diving into the cinema camera space. And this is one of the reasons why you won't likely see that much of a difference in the side-by-side footage that I'm going to show you, because the scenario was also a fairly low dynamic range setting, like both in the studio as well as like then after sunset. So let's check out some footage.
enjoyed this kind of different camera comparison. I mean, frankly, we never set out to do these kind of standard head-to-head tests that would be certainly more scientific and comparable, but rather we wanted to show you some fun footage and give you a little bit of an idea of how we shoot with these cameras in a real-world scenario. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, smash that like button. And if you haven't joined the notification squad, what the hell are you waiting for? It's free. But in all seriousness, I really enjoy engaging with you through comments and DMs, so just keep hitting me with those. And also check out Jesse's Instagram, he does some really cool film photography, definitely worth checking out. But as always, thanks so much for watching, whenever and wherever you are around this beautiful planet. Thank you, bye bye.
How much?
What did we just say?
Click that subscribe button and that little dingle ding.
It's like this honking. I don't know.
So much honking.
We have a ladybug
Right here.
right there.
Little friend.
A little camera shy. Bye.